While we were on break, I did get a question from Kit Matari. Where is this adventure from? This adventure is from Dungeon Magazine, specifically issue number 35, that was published in May, June of 1991. I have a nice little collection of Dungeon Mags and old D&D archives I use. So that's where all the fun is.
Should we tell them about trying to resubmit?
Oh,
True.
I am looking to resubmit this gameplay to Dragon Magazine to see if they will publish an article on it, based on the fact we were doing this charity stream and converting this old 2nd edition AD&D adventure into a 5th edition adventure. Still have to work on some of the details, but that is a goal. I will keep you informed on what happens. Hi, Joel. He looks so thrilled in that picture.
That's funny.
Alrighty. With that,
Creepy.
we will...
Always looking over your shoulder.
It is what it is. I mean, there's only so much you can do. And with that, we will bring it back in. Passage through the gate is quick, but rather disorienting. It takes several seconds to shake off the dizziness brought on by the trip, but this feeling quickly fades as you examine the alien landscape around you. The Shadowfell certainly lives up to its name. It's not much brighter here than during twilight hours on the prime material plane. A thick haze floats in the air, dulling all colors, drab mixture of grays and browns. The ground beneath your feet looks like dark gray soil. Indeed, few dull-colored plants and weeds wave gently in the air from here and there. Despite the lack of breeze, the earth feels strange. However, as if it were made of something more like flesh than dirt. Looking up and around, you make out twisted trees, and through the haze, what looks like the edge of a forest and beyond. This forest darker shapes that may be a mountain range or some more shadows. The ground ahead slopes upward. Another large, dark shape, apparently a strut tower of some sort. It must be the fortress Sir Xanargul told you about. As you consider your options, a distant sound reaches your ears, similar to the howl of a wolf, alien enough to send a chill down your spine. As the howl fades away, you become aware of the silence. Above, the loud sound of your breathing, there is no noise, not even a lonely call of a bird in the distance. I will have to pick a visual.
Well, I regret it already.
I don't blame you.
Can't say that I do either. Having second thoughts already.
And as you're looking about and seeing in the distance, you see movement of various creatures. There's one creature you notice. As it strides, there's a large mass that seems to be moving. And as you look at it, you realize the mass is only maybe coming up to to what you think might be its ankle. This creature towers up as it walks along, almost herding these smaller shapes along. The distance is so far you cannot pick out what the smaller shapes are, but you could tell that there are enough of them that it is a horde or herd moving along. But the creature guiding them, you can see, because of its size and distance, you can see the limbs and the figure as it just strides along, guiding this mass along. Hear other howls and whatnot in the distance.
You know, we could just touch whatever that stone was and go back, right? Like, couldn't we? Couldn't we do that?
Looking around, do we see the gateway behind us?
Yes, you do see a obelisk very similar to the one that you touched. It's definitely darker and grayer than what you saw on the other side. The landscape, being alien in that sense, also is vaguely, I mean, very vaguely familiar. There's some difference in the topography, almost as if almost as if you walked through like a negative of the landscape as you're standing there. There are some differences, but a general sense. Almost so, and as you look and see, you can see the tower in the distance, and so you can make your way to it. But you just want to be careful of all the other things wandering around.
Yeah.
As you look
You
up,
know
you see some things flying. They don't look quite like birds. They look like other things, but the distance is so far you can't make it out. But aside from the eerie silence and the occasional sound of a creature in the distance.
So I'm just gonna touch it again. Maybe we don't have to go this way. Right? I'm just gonna just gonna, and I reach out to touch it again.
And you touch and you vanish. And you open your eyes and you're back on the other side.
Look at that. I turn around, and are the 3 zombies still there, dead?
The bodies are there, but the vultures have now moved in.
Oh, okay. Oh. I touch it again.
Poof. And you're back in, disoriented, and the rest of the party is still standing there.
Yeah, the birds
What
got
is the
them.
temperature?
It's mildly warmer than before, but it definitely does not feel any. If anything, it feels colder and darker and more miserable than when you're on the other side. In fact, is a condition for being.
Me and my big mouth.
Yep, you and your big mouth. Everybody thinks Shad.
Can't find it. Too bad.
Yeah, we're all immune to conditions.
All right, so somebody remind me where we're headed in this area now.
You are heading for the tall tower in the distance.
Some kind of
Yeah.
fortress, I think Sir
I
Xanagirl
have
said.
my notes.
Aye, the fortress, that rings a bell.
There's supposed to be
Yes, we're
some
looking
type of
for a cursed
artifact.
item. Cursed item in the fortress that they want us to bring back. But that concerns me because I don't know if we want to bring it back and give it to that man because I don't know who that man really is.
Hmm.
It
Right.
will be best to destroy the item if we can find
Could
out
be.
what it is.
I think first it would be wise to determine what it would do, whether we destroyed it or moved it.
Yes.
One never knows with these artifacts.
It could be used for any number of purposes.
Exactly.
And just to remember, as I send the description, that tower in the distance appears to be what your best guess is. That's what Xanarthal was referring to. And I need everyone, since they're now in the Shadowfell, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is everybody within 10 feet of me?
Should be, unless they wandered off.
Okay. Aura of protection, you can add 3 points to your throw.
Ah.
Paladin at my level has that ability for you.
That means I got a 23.
And I got a 19.
25.
18 for me. I rolled the lowest.
All right. As you all stand there and you kind of feel this oppressive darkness and foreboding sense as you view the landscape and see these creatures and hear these sounds, you start to feel, but you just kind of steel your resolve and you're able to just push forward to head toward this fortress to find a conclusion to this mystery.
I do hope that our God has followed us here. This is a dark place.
Very dark.
I agree.
All right. What are we doing?
I think that we proceed with caution.
A
I
caution.
would agree.
Exactly.
Let us
A stealthy
be
approach.
quiet.
A stealthy approach would be wise.
Should
Yes.
definitely avoid that thing, pointing to the giant.
It's wandered, but you can still kind of see it in the horizon as it goes.
Yeah, let's not go
Yes.
close to that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
To
right.
the tower and then out as quickly as we can and
Mhm.
as stealthily as we can.
Aye.
Yes.
Agreed.
I'm assuming you want a stealth check.
Yes. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
So, question for you all: would you like me to cast Pass Without Trace now, or do you want me to wait until we get closer to our target?
How long
How
does it last
far away
for?
is
It's-
that thing? It's an hour.
It appears to be a few miles away.
Maybe when we get closer.
Yeah, maybe save it.
Okay.
Aye.
I rolled a 19.
Stealth.
So that's without
I
pass,
rolled a
without a trace.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled a 5 plus 10.
Okay.
I rolled
That
an
dice goes
8.
away.
Rolled an 8. Okay.
22 for an Aryan.
All right. Now here's the thing with the Shadowfell, and for you rogue archetype peeps, your abilities for sneaking and hiding and all of that are kind of enhanced with being in the Shadowfell. So
Interesting.
you would get without pass, without trace. I'm going to give you a plus 10 on your stealth because you're sneaky and you're trained in that. And just while you're in the Shadowfell itself, you take on some of those abilities. Barum, I'm sorry, you don't get any bonus on that because you don't have any rogue stuff. But everybody else, you feel
Rogue
like you can get to the shadows are even friendlier than when you're on the other side.
So you're telling me if we run Pass Without Trace and roll a nat 20, we're in the 30 range before we even 30, 50? 50?
Well, it'd be 40 because you get pass without even that 20 plus path without trace plus the
Plus
10
yours.
for being here in the Shadowfell.
Plus,
I
your
have a
stealth,
plus 10.
plus your stealth bonus.
So yeah, if you choose to be careful, different planes have different bonuses to different classes.
Right.
Yeah.
Shadowfell happens to benefit anybody of the dark persuasion.
Well then.
We all
Alrighty then.
And
Thank
you.
Hence why
Picked
the
the right
2
class.
weeks you guys had to 2 or so weeks you guys had to prepare characters. I was like, not telling you about this. I'm telling you anything about what classes I don't want to influence. It's just all of a sudden I have this party of rogues and I'm going, oh, this is going to get interesting real quick.
No kidding. All right.
And then there's me.
So the party disappears and Barab's like, what?
For a moment
Where'd
there,
you
you
go?
almost thought, it's like,
What?
no, I'm not touching it again. What? And there's another nice bonus too. But are we starting to move toward the tower now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another perk of the Shadowfell is appear to move faster. Almost double your movement speed as you're going, unlike in the prime material plane. Now,
Oh,
now, for your knowledge, as I'm understanding the text, if you were to exit via another gate other than the one you came in, you could wind up not where you think you are, based on when you come out of the Shadowfell. Hence the ability for like the spell Shadow Step or anything that allows you to move really quick in like a blink of an eye utilizing shadows. This is where that ability comes from, is being able to move at an accelerated speed. So you guys are walking toward this fortress and you're sitting there, it's like, it's getting closer. Wait a minute. I don't feel I'm going anything, but it's getting closer. And in a time where you think you thought it was a few miles, it's half the distance you thought it was as you come up on this ruined tower. You have the first floor and a little bit of the second floor. Anything above that is gone, so it's kind of collapsed in on itself. Just have this entryway at the front of the tower as you kind of move into it.
So, question, Steve.
Answer.
So, a case like a racial feat like Misty Step, then what's the impact on that here in the Shadowfell?
You would essentially move. You'd essentially move that fast of a distance. If I don't believe Misty Step utilizes shadow, but
Okay.
I believe, but anything that utilizes moving from shadow to shadow, this is where that accelerated movement comes from. Some spells don't work the way you think they do in the Shadowfell. Some features and abilities work better.
Got it.
So.
I wondered what this was for.
It's BB-8, obviously.
Something like that.
Oh, that is funny.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Well,
well
we've been
played. Well
told.
played.
Points for
Yeah,
the
we have
Star
been
Wars
told
reference.
this is going to be tough.
Once again, Syrinscape has set a horrifying tone.
Oh, hey, you want to take your games to the next level on a tabletop? Get Syrinscape. Shameless plug.
Yes.
It works.
It's really good for that, yes.
Shameless plug. And thank you, Syrinscape, for the giveaways.
Oh, yes,
Absolutely.
totally. I will definitely be sending Steve a thank you.
Yeah.
Again.
They are awesome.
Yeah, as a first person I reached out for kind of an endorsement and a sponsorship, and then it was like getting ready for this. It's like, hey, I was just good timing. Got some new changes coming too, and hey, here you go. I'm like, awesome.
So cool.
That being said, you guys are kind of coming up on the fortress here. How do you wish to proceed?
I'll be in front, sneaking with my swords out.
Perfectly single file.
As close
Yeah.
together as possible.
Yep. Swords out, shields up.
Okay.
Ready to
Warhammer
action.
Each of us holding
Ready
an
to
Optimus
actions.
Fire.
Yeah.
So if anything happens, we accidentally drop it on our feet.
All right. So as you move into the main hall, it's fairly unremarkable. You see several sets of footprints in the dust. The tracks lead toward the end through another gate into what you see is a stairwell. Both leads up and down. Along the hallway, you see 4 doors, 2 on either side, that appear to be leading into rooms. But other than that, everything looks, aside from the footprints, everything looks like it hasn't had any visitors in quite a long time.
We check for traps.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give guidance to whoever wants to.
I have a plus.
Investigation check.
Yeah, I got a +3 on investigation. I don't know.
I have a 4.
All right, you
Go for it.
Oh,
No.
and 1d4.
Yep.
16. Oh, wait. 16 plus 4. Dirty 20.
See if I can get that. This looks like some people can't quite hear the Syrinscape, so.
Oh, okay.
S-
It's very spooky. I can sing it for you. It's going. It's pretty. Yeah. It's like
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I must say, that is your key, Brandon.
You know what? I'm no singer, but this song gets me every
Yeah.
time.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I've so got to get something better. All right. So you don't find any traps on the doors. They all seem they're all just kind of shut, not really locked. Tell me which doors you're looking at, trying to open. That's obviously the first one to go in. But once you go in, you see 5 doors. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 at the end of the hallway. And as you look through that one, you see a stairwell that it looks like it's going up or going down.
Are these doorways or actual doors?
The doors.
I'll
Some of them are kind of slightly ajar.
I'll check the southwest door first.
Yeah. Let's go and move your token to that door. Trying to adjust something. Get something back.
I don't even see the tokens.
I'm not
Oh,
able
they're
to
there.
move my token.
Oh, you got to change
I
it
can
back to
get
the
you.
pointer.
Yeah, I have the pointer. I can move everyone else's token too, but I can't move mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't grab yours either.
Oh, really? Well, I did set most of it. Oh. Realize that. And it was so. All right. You. True barbarian. Okay. All right. Now you guys should be able to control them. I thought I had everything set up, and it was like, oh. Alrighty. So, Day, the first door you go in, as you open it, you see the room is fairly unremarkable. It looks like it might have been a barracks, long time ago. But everything in there is just old and degraded and decayed. Only a few little scraps of stuff.
Nothing of interest in.
No, nothing of interest.
Okay.
There's nothing in here.
Who's going to the next door?
All right. I'll go to the one on the right across from him on the right.
Okay.
There we go.
As you open that door, you start to hear chittering and kind of that and you
I'm trying to get
Displace
the
your
party. I'm trying to alert them without actually speaking. I don't want to make any noise.
Okay. Hand motion.
Yeah.
Is he trying to say something?
I'll
I
move up.
understand him better as a spider.
as you're
So
looking
I'm pointing
in,
at my ears in there.
Gotcha.
He hears something.
as you guys are who's starting to look in. I know you're looking in Obsidian. Who else is trying to look in?
I'll try to peek.
All right. As you kind of do the whole push the door and look through, you're seeing a mass of movement and you're hearing hisses and chitters and what looks to be a couple dozen giant rats all kind of
Close the door.
running back and forth and hissing at you as you go to try to open the door.
Close the door.
Just close it, yeah. Close it. I think we'll make it. You did it. Okay. Yeah. They're busy. We shouldn't wake
Was
them
I
up.
able to close it?
Yes. Be able to close the door. They don't come at you. But they definitely didn't like being disturbed.
Hmm.
Maybe we should knock next time.
No, don't do it. No. Yeah, let me check this one.
Okay, I'm going to check this one.
And I'll check if it's unlocked.
It's slightly ajar, so you can push it open.
Yeah, I'll push it carefully, slowly, look.
And inside, nothing remarkable. Looks like anything that was in here is long since decayed.
How about my door? What's that like?
That one is also kind of slightly ajar, and as you push it in, a lot like the first room you looked at. Not a whole lot in here that is withstood.
Okay.
If you want to make an investigation check, you could try and determine how long it's sitting.
Okay. Got a delay on the rolling right now in my browser.
Huh.
That is 13.
I'll give you guidance.
That was what, a D4?
Yep.
Okay, that makes it 14.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Taking a look at the decay of the furniture that used to be in here, your estimate is this is probably several hundred years that things have been sitting in this state of decay. So to the point that there really isn't much left other than just your best guesstimate based on what is left and its placement is these used to be soldier barracks of some type, but it has been several hundred years since they were used for that purpose.
It's been centuries since this place was used. I think it was a barracks, but everything is rotten.
Interesting. My room was empty too.
So I'm the only one that had something. Rats.
Oh, rats.
All right. Shall we take a look at this area?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Is this a doorway or just?
Yes, this is another door, but this door has a kind of a viewing, different kind of viewing port in there, and it's slightly ajar. It's a little bit more ajar than the other ones, and you notice on the ground this is where the footprints in the dust lead and come back from.
The stairs go
it
down
come
and
back
up.
as well.
Yes, you see there's a set of you see the footprints walk in and footprints come out.
Appear to be the same ones.
Give me a survival check.
Dirty 20.
You see that it appears to be two sets of prints coming in and coming out. One set, let me specify. Two distinct sets, but one set appears to have come back and forth a couple of times.
So let me make sure I understood. So there were two sets of prints. One went in and came out, and then the others appear to have gone back and forth multiple times.
Correct.
Okay.
And they're
So
recent.
it appears.
It's kind of hard to tell age, but given the amount of dust you see around, and with what you surmise by how old or how long it's been, is these are actually fairly recent. These are recent compared to the rest of it.
So it appears that we've had two people at least come through here, and one of them at least has passed multiple times back and forth.
Hey. So maybe it's not as abandoned as we thought.
Appears not.
We were told that some man had come this way.
But didn't he say men? And there's only two sets.
I'm concerned that the rats in that room may be feasting on another one of the men, perhaps.
Certainly.
Otherwise, there's nothing in the other rooms worth their attention. There must be something fresh.
Goodness. Well, should we explore the stairs over here?
Yes.
As you come to the stairs, you see that the stairs lead up, and you see stairs lead down. Footprints are leading down. However, you're also from the second floor. You're hearing a small whisper. Help me, please. Help me. Help me. Come, help me. Need you guys to make a Constitution saving.
We're still within 30 feet of.
Yep, you're within. You're close enough, but as you're coming up to that stairwell, you're hearing the whisper.
Okay, I know. I'm just for the +3 is where I was going.
Right.
We're still
So-
within the +3.
Mm-hmm.
So with the +3,
Yes.
it's 21.
Not con, wisdom. Sorry, wisdom saving throw. My bad.
Oh,
Oh,
Wisdom saving
then,
throw.
then dirty 20.
30-20. Okay.
25.
24.
Okay.
22.
Who got above a 24?
25.
You got 25. Everybody else was 24 and below.
24.
You got 22.
Yeah.
All right.
20.
For a day, Obsidian and Arion, you guys hear this whisper, and you start to feel the compulsion to follow the whisper to investigate. Aram,
So many-
you hear the whisper, but for you, it's just a whisper. You're not seeing anything different, or you're not drawn to it like the other three seem to be kind of almost going into a trance as they walk up the stairs.
Stop. What are you
But
doing?
No, they need help. We have to go. We have to help.
No,
They're calling for assistance. We need to help them.
We can't just
We
leave.
have to help them.
the
Must.
footprints lead downstairs.
Yes, but
Yes, but-
whoever this is, they need help now.
Well, this isn't anything special. This is just a random. Could be anything. Could be anyone. Could mean us harm. You don't know.
So
But they're
we
calling
have
for
to
help.
check.
I don't know. This whole place, this whole time we've been here, it's been extra creepy. And I know I'm normally the one to run away, but this time it doesn't seem right. It seems off, doesn't it?
So this whole place is off, yes, but if we can help someone, we must, should we not?
Well,
We
if you feel
have to.
compelled, in that case, then just keep in mind, it might not be someone friendly. It might be a trick. Take
So-
caution.
We can proceed cautiously, but we should help.
Right, let's all stay together just to be safe, but we must check.
Can just by looking, is there anything different about the stairs leading up? Like, is this trapped? Like, would they be trying to get us to go on the stairs upwards so that we fall into a trap? Just looking for something on the stairs that might be a trap.
You're not seeing anything on the stairs that indicates that there's something amiss. It's just you're hearing that whisper.
From the whisper, is there anything suspicious about it? I mean, I know that I don't think it's anything special, but would I be suspicious of it?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. 5.
Other than the fact it doesn't sound normal, it sounds off. Like it's maybe not a living voice. You can't tell anything.
But so before you guys can't tell that it's like it doesn't sound like an actual person. It sounds like a non-living voice.
Sounds like a person to me.
To me also.
Someone weak and in need.
All right. Well, here.
What does it
You
sound
can
like
go.
to you?
It just sounds. It sounds not real. But you know what? Let me go first, just so I can prove to you.
Are you sure? Sounds to me like this place is affecting you.
It's not me that's affected. It's you.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
because the three of us
The
are
three
all
of-
in agreement.
Yes, you're the only one that's.
It just
That's
doesn't seem right.
Do you not hear the call?
I hear it, yeah, but it doesn't seem real.
I don't
But-
know what you mean.
Here, if it makes you feel better, it'll make me feel better. Let me go first, and then just a quick, extra cautious.
As long as we go to help.
Listen, I'll be right on your back if you need help, but just be safe, okay?
And
Aye,
I'm right on yours, Day.
all right. Just to show that there's nothing there, and I'll start cautiously ascending the stairs.
As you ascend the stairs, so was Aram was first. Who was second again? Oh,
Me.
you're
Day,
moving
Day
yourselves.
was, Day was going. Day was going second, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
only here.
Barham was first. So
Yeah. So
So it's head of the stairs. Then I would have been last because I think it was. Which way are we going up?
right.
we're just at the top of the stairs now.
Okay, there you go. Okay, that works.
All right. So as you ascend to the top of the stairs, you see under the door in front of you that is slightly ajar, and you hear the whispering as you come close to it. Help us. Help
Oh.
us.
Now it says
Now it's
help
us.
So there's more than one. We must do something.
Well, so I'm still not convinced that this is a good cause.
That's fair.
Well, and we probably wouldn't either had we not been.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
True.
Listen. The footprints only went downstairs.
And now there's multiple people that need help. We have to do it.
But they're only voices.
Yes, but
Yes.
haven't you
How do
heard
you
them
know?
calling for help?
I heard them calling, but I'm not convinced that
But-
it's real.
You're saying the footprints only went downstairs so that nobody would have come up here to need help? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
But we don't know who else was in this. But of course, with so much, you may have a bit of a point there.
Aye, this is such a ghostly place. It wouldn't.
Can his persuasion pull us out, or are we still going forward?
You're still being drawn in through the door, and as you come through the door, you hear the voices.
All right. I'm in. It's drawing me in. I walked in.
What did you do? Stop.
He's right. We should help. I'll go and follow.
And as the rest of you come in and follow, you see two shadowy spectral forms come up on either side and start to advance toward the party. And with that, we have a pair of wraiths and an initiative roll.
What
That
did
was,
I
that was
tell
some
you?
crazy DC there. That was.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about these
24.
guys.
Yeah.
That is where we thank the chat for all of those HP hits.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
14.
Yeah, it's how generous.
I may not be
It's
thanking you
amazing.
later.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
guys are
H-
so great.
Day, what's your and they're cheering more.
I rolled a 9 for my
9?
initiative. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Which is
Oh.
higher than them, I'm sure, the enemies, because
Oh no, it just reset again.
Obsidian, what'd you get?
3100. Oh, 14.
Barum?
8.
8. And Anari?
I have a 20, dirty 20.
Awesome.
make it count.
And Anari, you are
Shadow
first
Main,
in the
thank you
initiative
for the
order.
raid.
Okay.
Thank you for the raid, Shadow Mains.
Yep,
Appreciate
Shadow Mains. Thank you. Thank you for that raid, man. How was your time over on Monster Hunter? Ready, and that raid. Our King of Ghosts. Oh wow, we got quite the theme going on. But yes, Anari, you are up first. What are you going to
Okay.
do?
So I will, again, bonus action, spend a spell slot to cast the Divine Smite.
This time I'm going to add a color to one of them, so it's a little easier to determine which one we're attacking. We got the purple and the non-purple.
Actually, am I in range? I would be in range to melee, correct?
Yep.
Moving in, yeah. Okay. And I will attack then with my rapier.
Okay.
it. And we're still at double movement, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
So you can move one more square closer to Anari to make sure you're in that melee range. There you go.
There you go. Okay. So first attack. That is going to be a 28 to hit.
All right. And what type of damage is this one?
Piercing.
Okay.
It will be 9 points piercing damage.
All right. What kind of weapon is it?
Rapier +2.
All right. Said 9 points of damage.
Correct. And then these are also considered undead, yes?
Yes.
So that is going to be 3d8s of radiant. That will be 14 points of radiant damage.
All right.
For the first attack.
All right.
Second attack will be a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Okay. That will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. The piercing damage is going to be 13 from the rapier.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3. That is going to be 23 points of radiant damage from the Divine Smite.
Do you get to... Oh, that's right. Use it once, or you can use it each time? It's each time, if I remember right?
I believe it's every melee attack that hits, yes.
'Cause you
Let
get
me
to-
double check and read it.
Because there's expending a
When
spell
you-
slot each time you
Right.
do it.
Yeah. When
Okay.
you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend a spell slot. So yes.
So that was 23 points on the radiant, or 23 points total?
23 points on the radiant.
Alrighty. Yep. That one feels the burn of the radiant. But you notice as you do that, the radiant, when you notice the last time you used it, it was such a bright and pronounced light. Here, it's duller and darker. With that, it's the Wraith's turn. So it's going to an attack. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
Alrighty. And that will be its action. So next up is the other Wraith, which has its movement. It is going to move up to Obsidian, come right to the side of Obsidian, and try to attack it, track him. Yeah, that's an 8 to attack. So that's
Misses.
most likely going to be a miss. All
Yeah,
right,
it
which
is.
brings us to your turn.
My turn?
Your turn, Obsidian.
My turn.
Day, you're on deck.
Oh, goodness. Goodness. Well, not what I want to do, but I am going to swing with a magic short sword. And that is a nat 1. Plus 9 is
Ouch.
10.
Ooh.
Ouch. You go and swing that sword, and you as you're coming through, it's just you miss, but you also lose your grip on it in the process and drop it.
And is it a full action to pick it up?
Yes, it would be an action to pick it up. So with that, Day, it is your turn.
Okay. So I rolled a 15 and 24 for first attack.
That will hit.
It's within 10 feet of me, so I can use my sneak attack damage. That's 5 points damage on one strike, 9 points magical on the other, and 12 points sneak attack.
What is that weapon?
The magical one, it's a +2 short sword.
Okay, and that's all the strikes so far have been with that one, right?
So no, one of them is with the +2 short sword. The other one is with another short sword.
Okay, so the +2 short sword and the sneak attack, what's that total?
The +2 short sword with the sneak attack is 21.
Okay, and the damage from the non-magical?
5.
Alrighty.
And second attack was a 24 and a 17.
Okay, both hit.
The 24 is non-magical. That's 8 points.
All right.
17 is magical. That's 11.
Alrighty.
And on that, I'll use my turn to go around the corner and hide. Or sorry, my movement to move.
Okay. Bonus
can
action hide.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, which brings us to Barham.
Okay. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the purple one.
Alrighty.
Guiding Bolt. So it's a 14 to hit.
14 will hit. Roll damage.
12 radiant damage.
Alrighty. As you cast this light, you notice as well, even it's fairly dulled compared to what you normally see, and it does strike the wraith, and you see the wraith kind of lurch back and then just dissolve into nothing.
Does it seem like it
It's gone.
ran away, or it's
dead? It's dead. It's dissipated.
Oh, okay.
Brings us to Anari.
All right. So what is my distance to this one? So I can move within melee.
Yes,
Of
you're
this
not
one,
going to
correct?
have any problem moving into melee.
Okay. So I will move. Whoops. Sorry. I will move in to attack this one
Alrighty.
for my movement. And then for my bonus action, I am going to use my Channel Divinity and cast Enmity
Okay.
against him. So that will allow me to have advantage against this particular enemy.
All right.
So first attack with my +2 rapier. That will be a 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. So the damage is going to be 13 points piercing damage. Plus, because I have advantage and there is also an ally close to me, an additional 6 points of sneak attack damage.
19 damage
19
total.
damage, yes.
With the +2 rapier.
Correct.
Alrighty.
First attack.
Okay.
Second attack is going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit. Is this also the rapier?
Yes.
Okay.
And this will not have the sneak attack damage, but it will do 12 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
+2 rapier.
So as you swipe at it with the rapier, and as you come around for the second blow, and you stab into its form, it sits there and kind of shudders and starts to dissipate and fade away as well. The end of combat.
What did I tell you?
I pick up my sword.
You are right. You are absolutely right. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now
We were drawn in for some kind of trickery, it appears.
hey, maybe now we'll pay less attention to random whispers.
No,
I think that's a good idea.
we need to discover should we go up or down?
We're already up.
Does it continue above?
No, it does not go
Okay.
any further. You
So
see
this is the top.
Yep.
Might as well take a look around up here, see if anything
Yeah,
interesting.
is there anything up here?
Nope.
Right. Then
Just a
we
big
must-
open empty room.
Pretty much. With the level of decay you're seeing, you're maybe seeing some stuff that might have been something several hundred years ago, but nothing of any value now.
Okay. So down 2 levels, gents.
Yes. Carefully. There's
So should I go
darkness.
ahead and do pass without trace now?
Hey, that would be a good idea. Should we get in close for it?
What do you think, Day?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. I cast pass without trace.
Ooh, I feel sneakier already.
So, should we roll stealth still, or
The only one who I'm going to make roll a stealth check is going to be Barham, because there's still a significant chance he will. I mean, the only
I
way.
have a 30 before I roll.
See, that's why I'm like, I'm not even going to bother.
yeah?
All right, I'll roll a stealth, and it's 19, so 29.
Nice.
Nice.
No, 39. Because
It
we get
was-
the extra plus 10.
No, he is
Uh,
not a rogue.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right. He's not a rogue.
Only
Yeah,
you
but it
guys
was-
get the rogue because you're rogues. You get that extra
Yeah.
bonus to your
That,
to your sneaky ways.
the digital D20 and D&D Beyond was teetering between 19 and 3.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, I'm glad it fell on the 19.
I know, it was so good. I was like, it's a 3. It's going to be a 3.
Blow on it.
Okay, who wants to be in front though? I won't. I'll put myself at the back this time.
I will be in the front.
Day can take the lead.
Yes. And what I'm going to do is when we get down to that floor that we haven't been to yet, I'm going to use my spider climb and I'm going to climb across the ceiling. And I'm going to be entering the room that way. So I'm walking on the ceiling essentially upside down.
Inverted.
Yeah. Well, it says I can have my hands free when I used it, the spider climb boots, or slippers rather. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. That works.
Yeah.
So the bug in Bugbear is a spider.
Yes. Yeah.
Now we
Oddly
know.
enough.
That effect. All right. So now as we descend.
How high are the ceilings?
Ceilings, I believe, if I remember it, are roughly 10 feet
Oh,
high.
So I'm 8 feet tall, so I basically got my head 2 feet from the floor. But at least I won't trigger any floor traps for you guys.
That's
True
fair.
enough.
No.
True enough.
Instead, I will.
I can try poking at them with my sword or something. Eh?
Oh, that's funny.
That's got to be an interesting view. You can see my ankles better than my head.
You need to wash your feet.
Yes, we did not bathe while we were at the mansion.
Those boots of Winterland have seen better days.
I've seen too many winters.
There we go. That's easier.
All right. So it looks like one long hallway, or I guess a room to start and a long hallway.
Yes, as you descend those stairs, as you descend into the room, you see there's a door and a room just beyond.
Do we hear anything in the room? And do we see the footprints going into the room?
Yes, you continue to see the footprints along the ground.
Okay. As I'm walking on the ceiling, I'm going to be tapping along the floor to see if there's any floor traps as I go, just to try and trigger something. I'll reach my 10 feet ahead, so I'm kind of tapping 10 feet in front of me.
All right.
And I will be walking along the path, obviously, that he's tapping.
Okay. Now, what I can say is you do notice that the level of dust on this level is significantly less than the one above. So if you want to be trying to follow the footprints, I'm going to need you to give me a survival check.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
Cute.
Since I'm in the front, I guess I'm doing this part then.
Would you? Because you're on the ceiling? Who would be rolling it, Scoob?
I figured because I was in front, but
Who's ever leading the group, who's going to be trying to follow the footprint.
okay. I rolled an 18, including guidance. So
Okay. So you're able to make out the footprints general path.
okay.
And as you come to this door, it appears unlocked, and as you come through, you find yourself in kind of a guard room. It looks like the level of decay here isn't as bad as above, or it's quite empty now, but it looks like it might have been some type of guard room based on some of the patterns in the dust.
Okay.
And this would probably be a good kind of random point for a certain individual to be here with a gift for the party. Not to break the tension. We kind of skipped over his possibility.
Okay. So a puff of smoke shows up in front of the party. Well, rather behind Day and in front of the party. He's like, "Hello, I am Grigori, and I am here because some people have decided to help the kids, and that helps you. So here I have the things." And he holds out like a little purple bag with the wings on it, if you don't mind me
Go
doing
for
that, Jason, as well. So with the wings on it, here you go. But I must be on my way. There are more kids to help. And he disappears in a cloud of smoke again.
And in the purple bag, and you open it, you pull out 2 potions, and as you look at them, the color looks to be similar. And a little note that you imagine is probably in Grigori's or maybe somebody else's handwriting, who sits there and says, "Doing good. Hope this helps." And a little fiery breath for the right occasion. So it's 2 potions of fire breath that you guys have in your collective inventory. And that was a great hit. The chat just blew up on that, by the way.
That's awesome.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Mango Gregori.
I love you, the kids.
We love you, Gregori.
So we're at 912 for our so far. So if we can push over 1,000, that would be awesome. But thanks for continuing those donations to Extra Life and everything else. So let's keep going, because we're not quite ready for a break yet. Got a little ways to go. But yes, you come into this what looks like to be a guard room, and then there's another door leading south. And as the rest of the room is void of any traps or anything like that, just the layer of dust and the footprints that you see leading down the hallway.
Okay, so I'll continue forward then, and I'll check the door and see if it's trapped.
It doesn't appear to be. Appears that you can just push it open.
Okay, so I push the door open, and I'll continue forward.
And now you're faced with a long hallway.
Okay. In which direction does it look like the footprints are going?
As you come into this room, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Sure. And can I add to that
I will
survival?
do guidance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll cantrip guidance on him.
And I'll help. I'll be next to him, and I'll help with his survival check as well.
Alrighty.
Oh, so that's advantage, right? Okay, that's good, because this is better. So that's a 22. On that check, would I be able to see how many trips and how many sets of feet, sort of like we did on the first floor?
It appears to be, again, 2 distinct sets. But one set seems to have made more trips. And as you're going through, you see that it kind of comes down and turns through a doorway right here. I missed the doorway in the map. Go figure. But there's a doorway roughly right there, and that's where you see the footprints kind of pass through and continue on. The space continuing down the hallway to a door at the end of the hallway, and then the door that's on the opposite side don't appear to have they only appear to have one set of prints that go to them, but this is where the most traffic is going.
Okay.
Should I continue to follow the prince?
Well, question, should we see what's down here so no one sneaks up behind us?
Good idea.
Clear the rooms first.
So
Oh, something got creepy.
So you guys wanted to continue down this hallway the others hadn't checked? Maybe the footprints didn't.
Down here?
Before following the prints, maybe see what make sure nothing's going to come from those areas.
I understand what you mean, but if
That's-
so many trips were made in this pathway, perhaps it is safe.
Perhaps that's true.
Maybe.
I will do as
You're leading the way. We will follow your lead. You take us where you feel we need to go.
I feel more comfortable following the prince, but I also
Let's
see
go.
your concern.
I'll play rear guard and keep an eye to the rear and make sure that nothing comes from those areas.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
As long
Lead
as
the
you're
way.
okay with it.
All right. So I'll continue still testing the 10 feet in front with my sword
All right.
to trip
what
any
are
traps if there's anything.
Are we continuing down the hallway, or we're going through the door and going down? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
Alrighty.
walking on the tiles that he's testing.
And this doorway just in front of me here, just to my side, this one has a single set of footprints going in, you said? Or
That one you come into, you're seeing this hallway has a lot of foot traffic.
Mhm.
I was saying through the other hallway leading all the way down, there was lighter traffic past that door.
so okay, so down that south hallway.
Yeah, down the south hallway to the end, there's only one set of tracks. Where
Yeah.
you're looking at right now, there seems to have been multiple tracks back and forth.
So the one set of tracks, did it come back? Or did
looks
it
to
just
be-
kinda
it looks
go that
It's
way?
what I mean by one is it's one person, one distinct
Got it.
set. Unlike
Okay,
what you're
just-
following now, which has two distinct sets. One of them has been back and forth several times.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because if the other way the footprints went there and didn't come back, then that's a bad sign. So
That's a fair assessment.
Very bad sign.
yeah,
Fair
so okay.
assessment.
Um,
And do these look like human footprints, or do these look like a creature's footprints?
Human, as far as you can tell.
all right. Do any of them lead into this doorway, or is it just too hard to tell what doors were used?
That doorway. You're talking about this doorway right here, right?
That's the one, yeah.
You don't see any that appear to have stopped there.
Okay.
No, you're not. It doesn't look like anybody has gone into that room. It looks like the prince just kind of. You got one set that kind of stopped there, but then didn't really go in.
So continue with the prince or check this door.
Can we listen to the door? Do we hear anything?
You put your ear to the door and listen, and you're not hearing anything.
Can you tell if it's
Extremely
locked?
quiet in here.
Yeah. I don't think it's wise to leave an unchecked area behind us as we move forward.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll check the door for traps.
You don't find any traps?
Okay. Is it locked?
No, it doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay, so I very slowly open the door.
And when you look inside, you see what appears to be a storeroom. It looks, you get a faint, very faint smell of mold and decay. Whatever. And as you look in here, there's what little remains of some crates and baskets, but it looks like because again, that time frame, most everything in here has rotted and decayed. Nothing.
Okay. Looks like nothing, just rot.
No one's been in there, do you think?
Doesn't look that way.
Is it as abandoned as upstairs?
Appears to me to be abandoned and rotten. Hundreds of years.
Probably safe to proceed then, I would think.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
So
continue
close
to
the door.
Good call. I'll continue to this next door here, the one at the south of me.
Right here.
Yeah. So I'll
It doesn't appear any different than any of the other doors you've seen so far.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay. Was there any foot traffic?
A little bit. Looks like there's some steps that went in and come out, but nothing not as heavy as what you're seeing along this hallway.
Okay. All right. It seems someone went this way, but it's nowhere near as much traffic as the other direction.
Okay.
Do you think maybe it's just as abandoned as upstairs in that other room?
I don't know.
Find out.
I'll open it. So I open the door.
You open the door, and what appears to be a small hallway and another door.
Okay.
You do see footprints lead into and go through that doorway.
Do we see them coming out?
Yeah, they're in and out.
Okay. So I'll go through, do the doorway check and stuff.
And as you step into this room, you are greeted with shelves and shelves of books. This seems to be a very large library. So much so that there's stacks of bookcases in the center, making rows within the room, as well as shelves books that line all of the walls. And the books seem to be they're old. They're definitely old, but they do seem to be in a condition that you can handle it a little.
Like a condition where I might assume that it could be magical because it's retained its condition, or just that they're well preserved.
There might be some residual enchantment to keep it preserved, or with the way the room is kind of set up, it allowed for the books to maintain their structure.
Okay. So I'll head in and
Hundreds
proceed
of books
around.
that fill the shelves.
Okay. So I'm moving west and south. I'm just looking through.
And I want to look at the books too. Do I see anything that stands out?
They seem remarkably good condition, considering what Day has told you about the discussion you've had about how old the place is and how long it's been sitting abandoned, so to speak. These books don't fit the level of decay you're seeing throughout the rest of the fortress so far.
Hey lads, maybe it's like the downstairs of that other place, and there's a secret thing behind one of these bookshelves.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's look and let's be diligent.
Look.
Okay.
And let's close that outer door so if anybody is walking the hallway, they don't see the doors open.
Wise.
I put it back. That's good. Good idea.
Okay. So we're looking through.
What are the subjects of these books?
It's actually quite a wide variety of topics. Most of them seem to discuss the Shadowfell and different locations in the Shadowfell. You see at different time periods. Some look like a kind of a history of with various different names of authors. None of which you can really kind of recognize. But a few things kind of stand out in terms of, if you were to pick up and peruse through a few, is the pages have kind of a dark film to them, almost as if like the material feels not what you're. It's like when you think of a book in the prime material plane, the paper has a distinct feel to it, like a fibrous feel or whatever. These books, as you're holding them, they kind of have that organic, kind of a fleshy feel as you're going through them. And there's like I said, a wide variety of there's creatures. There's discussion of a creature called a nightmare herder, and it gives a description. And as you read the description, you think of that creature you saw that was enormous, herding this mob across. And as you're reading, it's like, oh, they herd the dead and wayward spirits. And you see books on variations of species of a creature called a cloaker and displacer beasts and all kinds of Dizians that you've heard live in the Underdark or the Abyss or the Nine Hells, and variations live around here. Even some old stories of Barovia before it kind of separated into its own pocket dimension.
What do you see of the books?
They talk about different beasts and creatures that are from the Shadowfell that come from all different areas and seem to be drawn here. Then that giant thing that we saw previously, I believe, was something called a nightmare herder that ushered the souls of the dead and wayward spirits along the Shadowfell.
Do you think there may be a book that could tell us how to deactivate an obelisk?
Let's see what we can find.
Good idea. I want to help look for that book too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to see if we can find any kind of secret rooms. Oh my, we just hit $1,000.
Yeah, we hit $1,000 a little bit ago.
Oh, fantastic!
It was like
It
was shortly after, and the chat's been going, we need to bring Gagori back. Well, Scoob and his DM powers might be able to do that. And I'm like,
thank you.
It's gonna be a little rough, but I mean, if you wanna bring him back to give you guys all healing potions. If not, we can find the healing potions in a room.
I'm good either way.
We may have a riot. We may have a riot if we don't bring Gagori.
Oh, you're right. Let's honor the request. Let's bring Gagori. Let's let Gagori pick his moment to come and give you guys healing potions.
All right, I'll just leave you in suspense for a couple minutes though. So,
Scoob, do you want an investigation check to try to find that the book?
You're looking for a specific book on the obelisk,
or
are you looking for a secret door?
I think Obsidian was looking for the secret door. I think
yes.
Myself and Barham were looking for books on the subject of the obelisk.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Anari, go ahead. Anari and Barham, go ahead and give me your investigation checks to try and find a book on the obelisk.
All right. Can we guidance each other?
I don't think he has guidance. I think only you and Obsidian have it.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, okay.
Obsidian
I'll guidance you for your search.
And I can guidance you as well, because it's a cantrip, so. So, yep. I cast guidance on you.
All right. It's even with guidance, an 8.
Nope.
And the guidance is a D4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you want to use that bardic inspiration you got.
Not yet.
Oh, we have a lot of it.
14 for my investigation.
There's the first bardic inspiration and then the second.
Yeah,
first
and
one was...
I told Brandon, Shad, and John at the break that I was looking when I was looking up to add the 1250 reward, which will be another bardic inspiration. I actually have to apologize. I got the dice wrong. First level bardic inspiration is a D6. 5th level bardic inspiration is a D8. 10th level bardic inspiration, which will be if we hit $1,250 raised, is the D10.
Wow. Okay.
Bards are pretty cool when you get that inspiration going. I just gotta plug bards. So it's a D6 and a D8. You can use your leisure as far as when you.
Are you able to use it after the fact, or you have to decide before you roll?
I'll let you do it this once, but going for if you want to save it for later.
Okay, I'll save it for later still.
Fair enough. Okay.
But my roll was just an 8.
No, unfortunately, no. All right.
I had a 14 for mine.
You're not able to find anything either. Obsidian, do you want to roll for your investigation? You're looking for the secret door, right?
I'll give you guidance, Obsidian.
Oh, yay. Okay. Whoop. Dice down.
Oh, no.
Hopefully I have another.
No dice left behind.
Investigation +4. 4 and 4 is 8, and 8, 16.
Did you use your Bardic Inspiration, Chad?
I did not. I had a
Okay.
+4, and I got a 4 on the Bardic Inspiration, or on the guidance. I'm sorry.
Guidance. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a total of what again?
16.
16. As you move into the southwest corner near Day, you notice that one bookcase it looks a little different as far as size, and as you investigate it closer,
Is
the
that
opposite.
here?
Yep. As you investigate it closer, you see that it appears to be a similar type of secret door that you saw in the mansion's cellar area. So you find the book, pull it open, and opens, and there's a wall there.
Okay. Anarian,
Yes.
come with.
I'll
Baron
move.
found a secret, and I'm going to back away and let Day go first.
There you go.
Well, he
Day
is on
go.
the ceiling.
I come and me one home.
Okay. So
No, but he's dancing on the ceiling. Now you got to break out the dancing on the ceiling song.
so I start approaching it, and then once again, there's a poof of smoke behind me. Hello, I'm back.
Grigori.
I'm Grigori. Hey,
Hi.
hello. It is good to see you again. Did you know that more people are helping the kids? So they're helping you. Look, I've got another bag.
Yay.
Wonderful news.
Yes, another bag with the wings and the purple. This is very good.
Hey.
Huh? What a kids! You know?
Kids.
What a kids.
I know, it's so good. Okay, and he poofs away in a rainbow puff of smoke.
Is he saying that we're the kids? Is that what he
For
means?
the kids.
But he gives
The
it to us.
kids. Oh, yeah. Are we supposed to save these for the kids?
Maybe he's just really old, and to us, he's an adult.
Senile,
And we're-
maybe? Maybe a little, losing
I
it a
don't know.
bit?
Maybe.
You know what? We should just take it, I think, and not ask
I
questions.
think we should do it.
I think.
So, open the bag.
You open the bag, and it is 4 potions. Barum, as you look at them, and you notice that the pigment is similar to your greater healing potion, but a little bit darker. Like it's a lot more potent. These are potions of superior healing, 1 each.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Now these are
Ooh,
some
very
good healing
nice.
potions. Save
Really?
this for when you need it.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
And
thank
you're
you.
welcome,
Yes,
Just
thank
Jack.
you.
Hopefully you get some sleep now. Just Jack
Thank you.
commented in there. It's like, it was worth staying up to 4:45 a.m. just to hear that again.
That's awesome.
Good night, Just Jack.
Have a good sleep.
Sleep deprivation is not a good thing. Trust me. All right, moving on.
1 point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion. The DM is suffering 2 points of exhaustion at this point.
Alrighty, so there's the stone wall there, and you see the lines that look like there's a door. What do you wish to do, Day?
All right. Well, I'll continue forward with caution. And I guess I'm going to see if there's some sort of a trick, or if it's kind of like, because it doesn't make sense that this would just be empty here, right? So I guess I'll check to see if there's some way through somewhere.
I want to keep looking for the obelisk book, just
All right.
while everyone else is doing that.
Real quick, Day, roll your investigation check.
Sure.
Oh. Can I do guidance?
Certainly can.
Guidance to you, my sir.
Thank you. I did need that, so I don't know if it's gonna help, but all right, 7.
7. You can see the
Right.
outline of the door, but you can't quite see where the mechanism.
All right.
So I'd start to like tap it with my sword and like push it and yeah, there's a door here, but it's I think it's just I don't know, it won't open.
All right. So I'm going to walk up to it.
All right, real quick, Barum, if you want to roll a new check for the obelisk thing you were looking for, or was it something else you wanted to do?
Yeah, looking for the obelisk book, if there is one. And I can guidance myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 13.
Oof. Still not finding anything.
Okay.
Right. Nari, what are you up to?
The two of them are at the secret door trying to get in, so I'll go ahead and continue to search for the obelisk too. The book.
All right, go ahead and roll your check.
That will be a 12.
You're still looking too, trying to figure out which one's what. All right, Obsidian, you want to try for that door now?
I'm going to try for the door. I'm going to cast guidance and pray. 19 plus 4. It's an investigation, right?
Yep.
Plus 4, so that's 8. 27.
All right. You find the mechanism and open the door, and it leads you into a smaller library.
Oh.
This one actually has a small desk in it, but definitely a number of books kind of secluded away. And as you guys come in and look at this one, you notice these books some of them look like similar to the ones out in the larger library, but some of them look like they might have been from the material plane, and they look immaculate. It's probably a very good indication there is definitely something special about these books.
I opened. I was right. What's in there?
Books. Lots of books.
What kind of books?
Well, they're in extremely good condition, and some of them look like they may even be from our world.
And you see a couple of small cabinets that appear to have scrolls inside them.
Ooh.
Scrolls.
Well,
Are the cabinets locked? Do they look booby-trapped?
Roll an investigation.
I'll guide you.
My 27 wasn't good enough? Gosh.
Do it again.
13, 15, 19.
All right. As you go to inspect one of the little cabinets that has the scrolls inside, you notice there's an ever so faint etching of a glyph, some type, on the latch.
Guys, can anybody else see this? Does anybody see this glyph here on the lock? It's on the lock.
Yep. And as you look at some of the other cabinets, you all see they have some type of
Similar.
glyph etched into. It's ever so faint, etched into the latches.
Can we recognize the glyph by chance?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll check too.
Okay.
And I'll throw guidance.
That's going to be a nat 20.
Nice. As you go to
Get it out in time.
So 22 total.
22 total. All right. Barum, what did you get?
22 total.
Awesome. As you both are looking at it and comparing, you notice that these appear to be a glyph a warding glyph of some type. And some of them actually have a different variation. So it could be, and you comparing this knowledge, you realize that some spellcasters like to use these glyphs of warding to protect valuable items, and that they work as a type of trap. If they are not properly dispelled, then they react with some type of elemental damage that in a lot of cases is extremely dangerous to the opener of the cabinet.
Barum, can you use that to spell magic again?
I think I can. Let me see. Dispel. All right. How many glyphs are there? Am I gonna have to?
You see the glyph on a number of the thicker tomes and a few of the cabinets for the scrolls. So all in all, there's probably about 15 to 20 different glyphed items in here between books and scrolls.
So am I correct in assuming that one dispel spell will take care of one glyph?
Yes.
All right. Well,
We could be here for days.
Yeah.
probably do it, but maybe if we determine now which should be the most important book to look at without setting it off.
So you said there was a desk in the corner? Does the desk have the same glyphs on the locks?
The desk doesn't have any drawers or anything. It has a few bits of parchment and some dried ink. But you're not seeing it. Doesn't. It looks like this is probably someplace for documenting it, but the storage of the books and the glyphs are all along the shelves and cabinets that are in there.
How many cabinets?
Probably about 6 or so cabinets, and then the rest with the scrolls in it, and then the rest are the books littered across the shelves.
Are we able to identify the subjects of the books that are protected by the wards?
As you're looking through, many of they all appear to be spell books or powerful books of some type.
Okay.
Thanks for the bits, Dave, and thanks for hanging out with us. Go Team DM. Really? All right. Moving on. Sorry.
Go Team DM.
You see, the books are all of various magical subjects. One of them appears to have some type of has some glyphs, and it has the imagery for conjuring or teleportations. You see stuff on necromancy. You see a lot of books on necromancy for some reason. Stuff on warlock. You see quite a number of books penned in the name of the same in the same name multiple times, and some of them that aren't warded. And you look through, discuss almost like it's like a couple of them are like a journal, early life and midlife and afterlife of someone who decided to follow the path of the Lich and relocated to the Shadowfell after becoming a Lich. And looking at the dates are hundreds of years ago.
Interesting. Do you think?
Indeed.
Is there anything here worth taking a closer look at that I would be able to get us safe use of whatever book or scroll? Otherwise,
how many times can you dispel magic?
It's a 3rd level spell, but I could potentially do it 5 times, but that would use all my higher levels.
Is
Right. And how long has it been since we had a long rest?
At this point, it's probably been about 6 hours, maybe.
Ugh.
The question is it worth the
Is
risk?
that is the question. Potentially, this seems to be a relatively secure area. Perhaps we could spend some time resting here if needed.
Perhaps. Do you feel comfortable here? In this place?
I don't feel comfortable in the Shadowfell at all, but this would probably be a better place. We could barricade ourselves if need be.
Do we need to rest? It hasn't been too long.
True. I was just thinking if we want to recover spells.
Right. Is there a danger of being here too long?
Did we, I don't think he said anything about a time limitation, did he, when he was telling us about this recovery? Does anybody
no, but I don't think
recall?
we asked either.
Yeah, we didn't ask about that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I don't think any of us knows enough about the Shadowfell.
No, I certainly don't. I don't know that it would be wise to use up that many high level spells if we're not planning to rest to recover them.
I'd have to agree.
Risk worth reward. I don't know if it would be a good trade.
But it is useful to learn that potentially there might be a lich down here.
What's a lich?
You don't know? How much would I know about what a lich is?
Give me an Arcana check.
16.
16. In your studies as a cleric, you have an understanding, even if it's a kind of one of those, if you come across this, don't do it kind of study. Talking about the arts of necromancy and raising the dead, and certain spellcasters, most commonly wizards and warlocks, tend to find a way to cheat death. And the byproduct of cheating death in a lot of ways is to become undead. And an undead spellcaster of a high enough level is essentially a lich. They bind their soul to a device called a phylactery that they keep hidden away, and anytime, so that if their body is destroyed, they can regenerate. But this is you've learned this in simple and basic terms, so that if you happen to come across one or see someone dabbling in any of the arts that could lead down this path, you could potentially intervene and put them on have some type of intervention to try and deter them from such a fate.
So a lich, someone who's cheated death, but come out the other side in a bad way.
So
It's a very powerful being.
I see. And how do you know that there may be a lich here?
Just so you were saying before, right?
It was
journals.
The journals.
There would be something that looked like journals that discuss someone's youth, adolescence, middle age, and then the point where they became a lich, and several decades, a couple hundred years of them being a lich and coming to the Shadowfell and taking over this fortress and setting up shop. And those the end dates on that time period are about 300 years ago by your understanding of the calendar.
And these dates are printed on the front of the cover?
Some of them are like from this point to this point as a volume, but when you go to start flipping through, see little annotation, like you would see in a journal.
Okay, so these aren't protected with glyphs, right? We can open these and read these.
Yes.
Okay.
Some of the tomes that you definitely see distinct reference to schools of magic, predominantly necromancy and some in teleportation and reaching the other planes. Even the 9 hells is all warded and secured.
Maybe we can come back to this room once we've discovered whatever the item is we're looking for.
Well, should we, since there's a cabinet with scrolls, should we just do one on the cabinet and see what the scrolls are? Can we tell if the scrolls are glyphed too, or is it just the cabinet?
The cabinets are what's glyphed for some of the scrolls, and there aren't many scrolls in each one. So
okay, can we get any kind of determination what that scroll may be?
I was going to say, is there any identification on the cabinets that would like label?
No.
Anything?
No, nothing to that sense.
Okay, so you think we should look in the cabinet?
We wouldn't know which one. I think you're right. I as much as my curiosity is killing me, I think we have to go on. There's too many. We wouldn't know which one.
If a lich is so powerful, then maybe we should not bother interfering with its things.
But isn't the whole mission to take something from here?
Something, but I don't think this is what we're meant to take.
Lenari, did you leave the library?
No, I just stepped back to see if anybody had come into the spaces, and I was in the hallway of the secret. Yeah.
Okay. As you step out there, you hear a voice is like, "This way. Find what you seek. This way. This way."
Someone's calling for us again. They're telling us to come this way.
Didn't go so well last time.
They're not calling for help this time. They're just asking us to go this way.
But can we trust the voice? Obviously last time it was not.
It was not trustworthy then. I doubt it's trustworthy now.
Could be a trap.
I agree. Let's go back the way we were going and maybe avoid the way it wants us to go.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, and I want to, as we're backing out, I want to make sure as best we can, we leave it the way we found it.
Alrighty. So, Day, are you back up standing on the ceiling as you walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
All right.
Too bad the ceilings aren't higher.
Yeah, I know. It might bump my head on one of your knees or something. Okay. I guess I'll start heading in the direction where we have the most foot traffic.
Yes, that would be down to the end of the hallway and through the door at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
So we're going to skip that door on the right.
If you like.
Okay.
Any concerns?
Which way is the whispering tell us to go?
Which direction was it saying?
Right now, the whispering is quiet.
Okay.
I don't hear anything any longer.
Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Agree.
Not sure there's much of anything good here.
That's true too. What do you make of this door?
Okay. I'll check the door, traps and everything like we did before. Traps and locks and so on.
It doesn't appear to be locked or trapped. It opens actually in towards you. And as it opens in and you step through, you see a door to your left, and then down to the right, it looks like it turns and goes around a corner.
Does it look like the foot traffic favored one way over the other?
Go ahead and give me your survival check again.
Sure.
We should slide the screen on the main thing.
Yep, doing it now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4.
4.
Okay. You see the foot. You see what looks like the foot traffic was turning to your right. And given how much traffic you've seen, that kind of it looks like probably to the right would be the way it went.
This way. Okay. So I'll do the door stuff.
Yep, another door. Doesn't appear to be trapped or barred or anything.
Okay. The room is just nothing.
That room. It appears to be. You look into this room and you see there's a heavy chain on the wall, which extended into what appears to be a collar of some type. And in the corner, in against the wall, you see what appear to be some bone. And as you go to investigate the bone, you notice they seem a little peculiar because you've got legs, a tail, a skull, and what appears to be wings in this skeleton leaned against the wall in a corner.
I see a skeleton, and it has wings and a tail. It's very strange. I'll move in. You let me know what you think of it.
Hey. Is it big?
It's a fairly decent size. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
19.
All right. You look at this, and you kind of, as you're kind of looking over and assessing where it's like the hip bone connects to the tailbone to the toe bone. It's a young dragon skeleton. Like a just above a hatchling type of dragon, given the size of the space.
The young dragon.
Well,
Like a hatchling.
Why keep it here, locked up, and
why would it be chained?
right? Is it just to protect something? To keep it here? Well, it's so young. It's not like it would be much of a protector.
Unless it's being punished.
I suppose.
I want to investigate the room. Do we see anything else in there at all? Like maybe what color this may have been at one point, scales, anything?
It's been a while, so you're not seeing. There's just the bones. You see that given the collar size in the room, it's like this was definitely a young dragon, and its locate in the room kind of feels like it might be a guard room of some type. Like what's beyond is was worth protecting with a dragon. You can't tell what type of dragon, obviously, because of the bones, but it definitely is the indication that it was a dragon.
And there's no bloodstains or marks on the bones to indicate the death, like how it died.
Give me an investigation on the bones.
I'll guide you.
Any scorch marks or anything on the walls or floors, like maybe if it breathed fire, some burn marks, anything?
Nothing you can determine.
Okay.
11, including guidance.
Okay. As you inspect the bones, you see in a couple of spots what almost look like kind of like gnawing marks, like something ate the dragon.
Something's been chewing on these bones. Look at the marks here.
Really?
Let's hope it was the bones and not the dragon.
Not the
itself
dragon.
when it was alive.
I think he would have done that. I mean, it's possible, but
This isn't some kind of a feeding room, is it?
it's a horrible thought.
Holy cow. Sorry, I just got to stop this. Take a look. We have surpassed our goal of 1,500 for Extra Life and looks like it's still going.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You guys are awesome and amazing.
Thank you all.
That means you guys have another round of Bardic Inspiration you can use in your pool. And this one is a D10 if you so choose. I mean,
Oh man, we haven't used any of these yet. We got to start
no,
using
you haven't.
these.
I mean, that means I gotta make sure what's at the end of this tunnel is worth it. No pressure at all, right?
Wow.
Yeah, no pressure.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Distraction aside. We're getting into it. We're gonna finish this.
That's
All right.
fantastic.
All right.
Should we move on?
Maybe we should keep
What,
going.
Someone donated 700 CADs, Canadian dollars. Wow.
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 That's
pretty
amazing. Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Awesome.
Canada.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's pretty great, eh?
It is.
Beauty.
I can't wait to send
All
the emails to Lauren over at D&D Beyond and Steve over at Syrinscape.
Syrinscape.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
good. All right.
Okay, moving
So
on.
I'll
We're
do
coming
the
for you,
door
Realm
thing.
Smith. We're coming for you.
Wait.
Jason's probably not still there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're gonna get us.
Where's
They're
that
coming for us,
reference?
Adam.
Run away!
Get out of here.
The peasants are revolting.
They're
They
not that
stink
bad.
on ice.
All right. All right. I do the door stuff
All right.
to the hallway.
You come through a hallway. You come into a hallway that leads to another room.
Okay. More door stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you come through, and this room appears to have a large, decaying table with at least 8 chairs around it. It appears to be a meeting room of some type. So it's kind of a
Okay.
round table with 8 chairs.
So the
And
conference
there's
phone
a
in the middle.
door that leads across the way into another hallway.
Is there anything on the table?
Some old placemats and stuff, but this appears to be like a meeting table, not like a dining table.
Mm.
One
no
of the
papers
chairs,
or
one of the
anything like
chairs
that?
is a little more ornate than the rest.
Oh, okay. Chairman's
Okay.
board.
So this
I want
is
to
where
just
the
check
lich-
under the desk or under the, make sure there's nothing like on the table on the underneath side. Nothing.
No, just like kind of like a decaying
Okay.
carpet. I mean, this room is compared to the rest of the area you've seen. This is like fairly well furnished. It's all decaying.
Hmm. I don't think the lich is still here. I feel like he would have taken better care of his things. So I'll proceed forward into with all the carpet.
Go into appears to be a bedroom. There's a kind of there's a large bed that's it's fairly kind of damaged, and then the rest of the room is just kind of in shambles. But if everything was in good condition, this would be a very immaculate room, like something a high noble would consider an adequate residence.
Okay.
Yes. This was once a very nicely furnished place.
So I guess I'll look around, see if there's anything of value around.
Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
I'll guide your check, Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. And do we see any doors that leave this room?
Hence the investigation check.
It's
Well, you said
roll
valuable,
one
so I
for
was thinking of doors.
The door would be valuable, wouldn't it?
7.
Well, that's true.
What was that, Brandon? A
I
7?
rolled a 7.
You want to use some of that inspiration?
Yeah, you know what? Let's
Yes.
add another 7 onto that from my D10. So it's 14.
All right. 14, you see some what appears to be a vague impression of where there might be a door, maybe some scuff marks on the floor.
Okay.
Next person.
I'll guidance myself, and I'll do my D6 inspiration.
All right.
Dang, I only rolled a 9 with all that. I don't see nothing
not
more
able
than
to.
he did.
You're not able to add to what Day has found. Next up.
I'll guidance myself and use my D6 inspiration too. So it's a natural 1, but the inspiration adds another 1, and the guidance adds 2 more on top. So it's a dirty 4.
Yeah.
Very dirty 4.
It's a very
that's
dirty
like,
4. Exactly.
wow. Alrighty.
Narian, I will give you guidance.
Okay. I will come in and check. That will be a 19 rolled, and then guidance is 4. So that will be 24 total.
All right. You go over and you assist with whatever's looking, and you guys find a secret door that leads to the east. Not like where Day is currently positioned on the map. Finding that hallway that leads to the east.
I don't know, guys. I can't see anything else in this room. Should we just go back?
We can always follow the passage that we just
We
discovered.
should.
Ha,
Yeah.
what? What
There
did
was
you?
a secret door.
Secret.
Yes,
Look.
look.
Yeah, look.
Look at that. Huh. All right. Well, that seems like a good way. Which was it? East, you said, is the secret door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's follow it then.
All right. Okay,
You
so
move down this hallway. You come to a point where it turns a corner, and you see 2 doors at the end of the hallway, and one on your right.
which way? Forward or to the left?
Let's left.
Yes. If I turn left, then
By the way, do we still
Yeah.
see any footprints at this point?
At this point, give me a survival check.
I'll guidance you for that.
Okay. 9.
You still do see footprints, but you can't tell how recent or how many trips back and forth. But there are footprints that lead around and turn the corner and lead to the door at the end of the hallway when you turn the corner.
Okay, so the footprints do go north.
Yeah.
To the north, yeah.
north. Then
What's your expert opinion, Day?
let's continue to follow the footprints.
I agreed.
Yes.
You seem to think this way down here.
I think this way. So I'll do the door stuff and
Do the door stuff. And as you step into this door, You come into what appears to be some type of chamber, and with there are several circles etched into the ground of various glyphs. Barum, you feel a slight surge in energy from coming into this room, as if some of your connection to your divinity is restored, if not boosted as you step in here. Same thing with Inari and his paladin faith stepping in. And then as well as you also see several chests along the east wall and in the north or the west wall, and in the northeast corner is a body. A fairly fresh body.
I'll rush over and is this a dead body?
Yes, this is the dead body.
Okay, I'll try to determine how fresh is this body.
All right, go and give me a medicine check.
9.
He's been dead for several days. You see that he also appears for you see he also appears to have a wound in his neck, very similar to the one you found on the guard. And you see judging from his attire and whatnot, it looks like he's a wizard.
This seems to be the wizard. Some sort of wizard. Seemed to be slain in the same fashion as the guard from the other plane, wasn't it? The basement.
I wonder if this is the wizard at the mansion.
The Xandergol wizard.
We never did see him.
No, we did
No,
not.
we didn't.
He was meant to be sick.
He is sick, all
It's a lot
right.
worse than that.
He ain't recovering.
Give me a history check, guys.
Who?
Everyone?
All of you, give me a history check.
17.
17 here as well.
Awesome.
And 15.
As now that you're drawing attention to this body, and as you're looking him and you're searching your memories, recent memory when you were at the mansion, and as you were being led upstairs to the room, you saw the great entry hall, which had these huge portraits of several people. One of them happens to fit the description, appear to be a depiction of this individual on the ground. And in passing, it was said that this is the wizard that was employed by the mansion by Sir Xandergol.
So this is the very wizard that he was talking about that was sick and needed to rest. And
this is him. This is his body.
Is it no doubt further foul play? Should we continue this?
Yes. We have to find out what's going on.
We need to discover what the artifact is that he wants back so badly, because it certainly seems that he has not been truthful to us at all. This wizard is not sick. He's here and dead.
All right. Say, Steve.
Yes.
So I want to take out the drawings that I did of the glyphs in the mansion and compare them to what's in the room.
Some of them appear similar. Give me an Arcana check.
Guidance myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's for 22.
All right. Looking at the glyphs on the paper and looking at the glyphs on the ground, some of them seem similar. There's a few subtle variations, and from some of your passing studies, these might be teleportation circles of some type to various locations. You can't quite make out the specific locations they go to, but there's something about this room and there's something as given the reactions of Anari and Barum from the energies they started to feel stepping into the room. This could be some kind of nexus where you could effectively teleport to additional planes.
Okay, so I want to make copies of these and mark the location, of course, on the parchment.
Okay. You spend some time doing that. And once you get those adequately transcribed, you are free to move on to the next area.
Can we investigate the chests along the wall as well?
Sure can.
These check for traps, yeah.
The chests aren't trapped, but as you open them, you find that the chests are filled with money. The first three chests contain roughly 12,000 in copper, 15,000 in silver, and 8,000 in gold. The last chest appears to have 1,200 in platinum, and there's a sack that's just filled with gems. Each gem worth roughly 100 gold apiece.
I'm sorry, how much platinum? I couldn't type that fast.
1,200 plus. Just looking at it, just the sheer amount. Deductive reasoning might
bag.
Huh? And the bag is full of jewels.
The sack? Yeah.
The sack of jewels has 23 different gems in it, each worth 100 gold.
100. Okay.
What were you saying about deductive reasoning?
Bag of holding.
This is you thinking back to where you were searching in the mansion, that room that looked eerily empty.
Vault.
Oh, those footprints were not bringing anything out. They were bringing something in.
Uh-huh.
Why would they leave the artifact if they had such a free run of the place?
A good question.
Maybe they can't remove it, which is why they want us.
So what danger is it?
That is a good thing to think about, which we're going to take a quick break, and then we will come back and finish this out. So,
Wow.
thank you so much for sticking with. I know this is kind of running a little longer than we initially projected, but hopefully it's being a good payoff.
For Extra Life, for sure.
Oh yeah, for Extra Life, it's doing great. But we'll take a real quick 5-10 minutes tops. Let everybody stretch, bio break, grab drinks.
Yeah.
And then we will come back and we will finish this out because we are really at the tail end, the finale.